The phone rang, and I answered it. And the lady said, do you come to offices and measure like my husband for a couple of suits? And I said, yes, that's what I do. And so we chit-chatted and we scheduled the appointment. And like I always do, I kind of qualify who I'm coming to see. And I said, by the way, ma'am, what size is your husband? And without hesitation, she said, I have absolutely no idea. So the day came for the appointment, and I was loading my bag of fabrics. And I thought, you know, that's really strange that she didn't know what size her husband was, because most women know what size their husband are because they buy a lot of clothes for them. So I thought, just to be safe, now this is a 60-inch tape, okay? This goes around 99.99% of my clients. But because she didn't know what size her husband was, I thought, you know, I better bring the big boy tape. So I brought the big boy tape, and I drove to the appointment. Now, when I get to a new appointment, and I'm waiting for that potential client to come around the corner, I want to be sitting where he can see me or she can see me before we even speak a word. And in this situation, I couldn't. My back was to the hallway where I knew this gentleman was going to be coming. So I was sitting there waiting, and all of a sudden I hear, boom, 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 boom. I turned around, biggest man I've ever seen in my life. He made an offensive lineman look like a toothpick. Now, I've been doing this a long time. I was scared because my job is to make him look good, feel good, and perform his best. So I followed him back in the office. Then I had another problem. I have 37.5-inch arms. When I get together and measure you, I put the tape around, I stand behind you, I put the tape around your chest, I pull it tight, and I record the measurement. I knew my arms couldn't go around this man. So now I'm nervous, right? I'm like, what am I going to do? So we get there and we chit-chat, and I said, let's get the measuring out of the way. Boy, was that an understatement. And I reached down and I pulled out the big boy tape. And I looked up, and we'll call him Mike. Mike was smiling from ear to ear. He said, give me one end of that tape. And he planted it on his chest. He said, start walking. 40 inches, 50 inches, 60 inches. Thank God I had the big boy tape. 70 inches, 78 inches around the chest. I'm not going to tell you what his other measurements were. Long story short, Mike is a fabulous customer, just an amazing family man. And about a year later, I went to his home and I delivered a couple of suits. And Mike went off into the bedroom to try the pants on, and his wife said, I want to tell you a story. She said, you know that black suit that you made for Mike? And I said, yes. She said, we've been going to the same church for 25 years. She said, Mike sits in the back row. She said, the family doesn't like to sit back there, so we sit up towards the front. She said, last Sunday we were driving to church, and Mike made an announcement. He said, I'm going to sit with the family today. She said, you should have seen him. He threw the doors open to the church, marched down the aisle, and sat down with the family. Now, folks, there's two things that happened that day. Number one, Mike's image of the people around him changed. Most importantly, Mike's image of himself changed forever.